Try to think that love's not around. Still it's uncomfortably near. My old heart ain't gaining no ground because my angel eyes ain't here. Angel eyes, that old devil sent, they glow unbearably bright. Need I say that my love's been misspent on angel eyes tonight? So drink up, all you people. Order anything you see. Have fun, you happy people. The drink and the laughs on me. Pardon me, but I gotta run. The facts uncommonly clear. I gotta find who's now number one, and why my angel eyes ain't here. This is Alex Frank on the bass, everybody. Thank you. We meet it begins. The sound of violins, the song of birds high on the wing. You taught my heart to sing. Why does this heart of mine feel like a valentine? You smiled and suddenly it's spring. You taught my heart to sing. My heart was an empty shell. Then you came along. Now my heart's a carousel filled with sun. Oh, the miracle of you will last my whole life through. You're all I'll keep remembering, because you taught my heart to sing. The miracle of you will last my whole life through. You're all I'll keep remembering. You taught my heart to sing.
That's Tony Guerrero on the flugelhorn, everybody. Gilman. Yeah, man. That's Dave Siebel's on the organ. He brought that from home. On the bass, all the way from Irvine, California, David Miller.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on a Thursday night. So here's our game plan. We were here not too long ago, just a couple. We like to stretch it out, put a month or so between appearances, but we were here just maybe, I don't know, was it 2 weeks ago? Something like that?
It was just 2 weeks ago.
And so I've decided that tonight we're going to try not to repeat any songs, which means because last time we did all of our good songs.
Well, our more familiar songs.
Maybe the more rehearsed songs, at least.
Well, there is a poor rehearsal aspect, which makes us like a well-oiled Vegas machine.
More like Pachanga.
Okay,
But,
Pachanga.
Tonight will be Pachanga. If 2 weeks ago was Vegas, tonight's Pachanga.
You're going to enjoy yourselves.
So we're going to play some tunes that are in the book, but not all that familiar to us. We don't play them very often. So that last song was, one person's excited. Good.
You got to ride home.
The rest are demanding their money back. Oh, and she has to like it. That last tune was written by the former guitar player from the Count Basie Orchestra, who was with Count Basie for 43 years and helped establish the role of the guitar in the modern swing band of the day. And everybody now tries to imitate what he did. His name was Freddie Green. Great story about Freddie. I don't know if you know this, but at one point when it became too difficult financially to have an 18-piece band on the road, Count Basie went to a smaller group, and he went to just piano, bass, drums, and a couple of horns. And at, I believe it was their very first performance, Freddie Green, the guitar player, showed up and set up his instrument. He said, "You're not working without me," and basically stayed through that whole time and was with Count Basie for 43 years. So.
Until the night he died.
Right.
Went up to his room in between shows and never got up. But that's commitment.
I had tickets to see Count Basie in 1984. The date was 2 weeks after he died. I had tickets to see him at the Hollywood Bowl, and then he died.
How'd they sound?
Pretty good. All right, we're out of time now. We'd like to do a song now that's an original, and actually we recorded this a little while ago. This is, you can find it on all the places that you steal music for free. And this is a song that I wrote not too long after Dave Siebels joined the band, and I didn't want to be like all, it was a little awkward to name a song specifically for him. But you did it anyway. No, I got close because, you know, often when you write a blues tune, you just pick a word you want, like, I don't know, purple, and then it's Purple Blues is the name of the tune, or, you know, whatever.
That would be weird.
The Saxophone Blues,
There
or
you
whatever.
go.
There's a billion songs out there that are just something blues, right? And there's also a great Duke Ellington song called Cjm Blues because it's in the key of C, and so there's a lot of tunes that are just like B-flat blues, A-flat blues. And so this is called C Blues, but I originally spelled it S-I-E Blues after Dave Siebels, so it's kind of a play on Siebels, right? C Blues?
Dave,
It's way too long.
He's telling a story about you, David. Okay, all right.
It's not a very interesting story. We're going to try out stories we don't normally try out either tonight. So far, not going well. This is called C Blues with an S. Scott Gilman.
Cjm Blues. C Blues. Wah, wah. Are you with us, Golden? Wah. This is kind of ringing out up here. I don't know if you hear it or not. Wah.
And us
No.
without any Barry White tunes.
It's not the bass, it's my wedge. Wah. Wah.
Folks, if you have your hymnals, please turn to page 71.
Wah. Wah.
Noah, I want you to build an ark.
Wah. Wah. No, I said wah.
Well, maybe if you stop saying wah.
Well, it's a frequency thing. Oh, look at this, what we're going to play right here.
So this is a tune that we recorded also on the same project we recorded that last tune, but I don't think we've played this since we recorded it. Maybe once or twice since then. It might be a good reason for it. You know what I realized also? I left my my stand light in my other car, and on a night that I'm trying to read all these new songs. Oh, you don't need it? Oh, look at that. Thank you. I couldn't read the notes on that last one. I don't know if it was obvious. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Oh, that's so great. Thank you. Oh, it looks like it's about to die. Sorry. And now me without an excuse. All right, this is a tune called Soul Kitchen, a little tribute to the 60s soul jazz era. Question.
That'd have been a great song for a drum solo.
Oh, it totally would have.
It's not too late. No. We'll just.
I thought you were soloing during my solo. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I know exactly what tune we're going to feature you on.
Well, hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
We'd like to do a song now that isn't that one. That's was written by the great Johnny Mandel. Is that right? Yeah, Johnny Mandel. It's number 65, boys. And it's a classic. It's a classic, beautiful tune that I think one of the first great recordings was by the late trumpeter Jack Sheldon, who died just recently, a couple years back, and I never really got to know him, but I did get to see him perform a couple times. And you worked with him, didn't you? Yeah. And he was one of the greats, but he was also an amazing personality. And in fact, in the not a lot of people know, but in the late '60s, he actually had his own TV show, and it wasn't like a talk show or a music show. He played a private eye or something like that.
It's called Run Buddy Run.
Run Buddy Run, and I don't know if you know this, but I do a lot of vintage shopping. I found a Run Buddy Run comic book at a store, and then I actually got Jack to sign it before he passed away. Yeah.
That's nice.
We got lots of stories, folks. We just haven't tried them all out, but that's a true one.
That's a true one. There's a great documentary. It didn't get a lot of I don't think it had a distribution deal, but I believe it's called Trying to Get Good.
Oh yeah, it is
Trying to
great.
Get Good, and it's the story of Jack Sheldon, who, some of you are old enough to remember the Merv Griffin show. He was kind of the foil to the band leader, whose name escapes me. Who was the band leader? Dave?
Oh, he was on
Dave,
the
we're telling a story up here. Piano player, that's right. Yeah, he also played upstairs in the Scoffier room at the Beverly. You played on the Merv Griffin show?
You did? With Pat Boone? Oh, nice.
Oh, with Pat Boone.
All right. That's
Dave
right.
Siebel's the music director for legendary Pat Boone for 45 years, something like that.
We
Yeah.
got to play his 80th birthday party.
We were there.
Okay, folks, we're out of songs. That's the problem. We just gotta.
We're not out of songs. Okay, we're gonna do this one.
All right, this is a beautiful tune from the late 1960s. I think it was from the movie The Sandpiper. Is that right, Matt? And it's by Johnny Mandel, and this is called The Shadow of Your Smile. And you know what, Golden? When we first showed up, you had my sound perfectly, and then I asked you to bring it down, and then as soon as we started playing, I realized I should have left it where you had it. So if you don't mind putting it back a little bit up. Golden knows.
That's Golden on the sound. How about a round of applause? Because we're gonna forget later to mention her, but she's fantabulous. Shadow of Your Smile. Yeah, there's a, yes, we got it. You know, you got me distracted. As soon as you said Shadow of Your Smile, I thought, Lou Rawls has the wonderful arrangement of that, a wonderful rendition of that. Then you started talking about Jack, and I forgot to mention that. Lou,
I bet his band got the coda right.
Yeah, well, they didn't, you know, they were probably faking it the way that everybody plays a song and not some left-handed.
It's such a pretty coda, too.
Well, would you like to go from the coda? And
No, I kind of want to.
Oh, let's do it.
Letter D, guys, to the coda. Letter D to the coda. Right? Isn't that better?
Yeah.
So much better.
It's not like we're making a record or anything, Tony. Nobody would have known. What is that they say on
It's not like we're streaming this to the whole world right now.
Oops, I forgot about that. Hey, welcome everyone on the interweb.
Hey guys, go to number 37. Boy, you know, there are so many great stories about Jack Sheldon and funny things he said on stage, and Matt, you probably know most of them, but we can't say any of them because my daughter and her friends are here, so
Yeah, well,
none of them are appropriate. But they were funny.
they were funny, but they were blue. In the old days, in Jack's day, he worked blue. That was another way of saying he's filthy. Hang on. I thought I was doing one thing and I did another.
This next tune is one that I believe this was written by Kenny Dorham, right? Am I right? Or no, Lee. Oh boy, now I can't remember. Kenny Dorham? This is embarrassing that I just announced this classic tune with possibly the wrong composer. But it's a great song called Blue Bossa, and this is a little arrangement we do of it. Is it Kenny Dorham or is it Lee Morgan? No, not Lee Morgan.
If only
It's
there
Kenny
was
Dorham.
a way that we could discover.
There's only a way we could look this
if
stuff
there was
up
only a way that if we
in
had a
front of
device
the whole world.
that we could hold in our hand.
If only.
Nah, that's crazy talk.
Let's see. Kenny Dorham. Look at that. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I may not have confidence, but. Okay, so maybe next time we'll do songs we know really well. We could probably spend all night just replaying the endings correctly.
Yeah, we get caught up in the middle part of the song and forget there's a very specific ending.
It's either more or less than you paid for. I can't figure out yet.
Well, we could play one of our favorites.
No.
Okay.
Try to avoid it. We'll probably do that before the night's up just to show you that we are professionals. But then if we screw that up,
Well,
that'll be really bad.
We do have a special guest artist tonight.
That's true. We'll blame it on him.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for Scott Gilman on saxophone?
There he is.
I just met Scott last year, actually, when he has a wonderful recording studio up in LA, and we recorded Crystal Lewis's album there. And then every time I would show up for a session there, he would be practicing saxophone, waiting for us, and I realized the guy can really blow, so here he is, blowing.
Blowing the codas along with the rest of us. No.
He's probably the only, actually, he read that melody right. I messed it up the
because
first time.
He's
So,
not all
yeah.
relaxed and bored like we are. I'm sorry, we're streaming, right?
Scott also has been on the road with, recently with, what's his name? Lou Graham from Foreigner, right? And if you want to look online, you can find videos of Scott running all through the audience like a rock and roll madman. But he's also been touring with the Jeff Goldblum group too, which is great. And yeah, he's like a real guy. He's like a real player. We're going to do number 18 in the book. This is a song that goes all the way back to, I believe, the early aughts, or perhaps the 20s. I can't remember, but it's a classical tune called Candy. We're just going to change it up a little bit and take you back old school here. I'm just going to start it. You guys join me at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, I just had to acknowledge Scott Gilman, but I would now like to have you acknowledge the rest of the band on stage. And in fact, Scott and I are going to step off, and I believe we're going to feature Dave Siebels on a tune that he normally does with an organ trio, and I can't remember the name of the tune, but I think he knows what I'm talking about. Am I right? Okay, great.
Is it Silver Bells?
It's not Silver Bells.
Because we normally do that one. I mean, the holidays we do that one. But.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Matt Johnson on the drums. Mr. David Miller on the bass. And I almost said on the mighty, mighty Hammond organ, but none of this is Hammond. But it's recreating the mighty, mighty Hammond organ. Mr. Dave Siebels right there. Dave
Dave
Siebels.
Siebels. David Miller on the bass. He's the lowest. He's the lowest.
Matt Johnson on the drums. Hey, I'm sorry, folks. That was a long time to go without horns. I did get to check my messages while we were off, and I know 2 friends that are watching, so I'm going to say hi to Kim, who's watching, and to our old buddy Mike Fawn is watching from
Mike
back east.
Fawn,
Yeah.
that talented.
Great valve trombone player who used to live out here in Orange County and now
Love
lives
you very
on the
much. And
East
Dave
Coast.
Siebels and I did a play. Dave wrote all the music for this play that featured Mike's little sister, who is,
We are
Melissa
dig-
Fawn.
We are digging deep for these stories tonight.
Yeah, Mike, all the way from NYC. Yo, what up, Mike?
We're going to do number 30 in the book. For those of you who brought your harmonicas, we are in the key of B flat. But please do the gentlemanly thing and do not play it. We're going to feature Mr. Matt Johnson on this one. Are you ready? No? They're not ready. This is another 60s soul tune called High Heel Sneakers. Matt Johnson there.
Aren't there some shows of note coming up, Tony?
Shows of note. You
I
mean
mean,
here at the club?
Yes, I mean besides the monthly Tony Guerrero Quintet experience.
Well, yes, there's music here most nights of the week. I think they're only dark on Mondays. And Thursday nights are Steamer's Jazz nights here. And there are some great acts coming up. And for the life of me, I can't remember any one of them.
Wow.
John Tesh is coming up on, he'll be here for Friday and Saturday night, and I get to play with him. John Tesh of, you know him from Entertainment Tonight, but also from his big PBS specials and Red Rocks and all that stuff, but he'll be right here. I've actually worked with him for many years, and he has only ever done big theaters and performing arts centers, and this is the first time that you'll be able to see him in a small, intimate venue. So there are just a few tickets left, so if you want to grab one of those, you should do so.
And speaking of big theaters, this band tours during the holidays with actresses Jane Lynch and Kate Flannery, and we did a Christmas album with them. Dave Miller is piping up back there like he's part of the show, and we're gonna go out again in early December, and we're gonna be able to come back here and do a rare holiday show here.
No,
we're
we're not doing a holiday show here.
I got it on the books.
Not here. But we will be here on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I thought we.
But no, we've got a show at.
You don't have to say that.
We can't. Well, we can't do. We're not doing Campus Jacks because we have a contract with Jane to do the Segerstrom Center in January. So we can't do anything during the holidays.
Oh no, I meant
locally.
the Tony Guerrero Quintet.
Oh yeah, we'll be here.
Well, that's what
You're setting it up like Jane's gonna be here.
No. Forgive me, those of you who felt led astray, and it's probably just Tony because he's, distracted. Jane, who's totally not watching tonight, we will be on tour with her, but because that tour ends early this year, we're going to be finished by December 18th. Yes. We're going to come back here, and the Tony Guerrero Quintet will play holiday classic. And we've got a great holiday show, but we never do it because we're always doing Jane's otherwise fantastic holiday show.
Right.
That's all I meant, Tony.
Oh, that's great.
I'm just trying to give your chops a break, 'cause I don't want you to leave the stage again and play another trio tune with no drum solo. Wow, Dave.
You guys have, like there haven't been enough. You guys have been so great to us tonight, indulging us on these songs that we are just barely familiar with and mostly screwed up at least once through each tune. But we would like to close out with a couple songs we do a little more regularly. That's not to say they won't go wrong, because anything could happen. But a couple of songs that we love doing. And this first one is a beautiful ballad written by Chuck Mangione, who was one of my early heroes, and he's the reason I play the flugelhorn. And this is an obscure song of his that I always assumed it was a sad song because it's called She's Gone, and then we all realized it all depends on who she is. So it could be a happy song too. But it is a pretty song, I'll tell you that. So we'd like to do this for you. This is called She's Gone. And it was written before the Hall & Oates She's Gone, so just so you know.
Tony Guerrero on the flugelhorn, playing Chuck Mangione's She's Gone. Scott Gilman on that great tenor saxophone. Holy smoke. What'd you say?
Well, my prediction came true. A song we do every night, and we've already screwed it up. All right, thank you very much for being with us tonight. It's the end of the night already. Can you believe it? These nights go by so quickly. Once again, you've been listening to Mr. Matt Johnson on the drums, David Miller on the bass, Mr. Dave Siebels on the organ. Joining us tonight, reading all these charts better than us, Mr. Scott Gilman on saxophone. All right. I'm going to come in with the melody next time he does that little break. Not yet. Next time, though. Got to adjust a little bit. Here we go. Go ahead.
When you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Oh, when you're laughing, yes, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. Oh, when you're crying, yes, it brings on the rain. Stop your crying, be happy again. Oh, when you're smiling, yes, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
1625.
1625. 1625.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask Dave Siebel to take another solo. But this time, I'm going to have him show you a little bit more of the instrument that he's playing. How many of you have heard the phrase, pulling out all the stops? Many people don't know that that phrase actually comes from the musical instrument, the organ, because if you know this instrument at all, you see all these levers at the top, and they refer to those as stops. And when you pull out just one or two, it creates one certain sound, and then you pull out more, and the sound gets bigger. And the more stops you pull out, the bigger the sound of the organ. So I'm going to have him show you, take you a walk through all the stops on this organ real quick on another chorus of When You're Smiling. Just a few stops. All right, how about a few more stops? Just a few more, just a few more. Are you guys ready? When we get to the bridge, he's going to pull out all the stops. Mr. Dave Siebel. Mr. Dave Siebel.
you're smiling. Oh, when you...
Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't have my mic on.
Wow.
So it's, you know.
That was so anticlimactic to get to that part of the night. It's one thing if we're messing up the end of the tune, because we're paid professionals. But it's another thing if you guys are messing it up. So.
Well, but to be fair, we're not being paid that much.
Oh, that's true.
So there's that. Oh, good night. We'd like to take this time and recognize one of the financial partners in this whole thing and thank him for his generosity and kindness, Mr. Tim Ellis at the light board.
I love what
Are
I
we
do.
good now? Are we good?
We love what we do for a living. We get to make music with people we love.
Yeah.
And make hundreds of dollars a year doing it. And you can't complain about that.
I'm gonna retire a dozenaire.
All right, folks, we're gonna do that ending again, and all you have to do is sing after me. It's really easy. You can follow Matt, right?
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, the sun comes shining through. Oh, when you're crying,
baby.
yes, it brings on the rain. Stop your crying, you're happy again. Oh, when you're smiling, oh, when you're smiling,
baby.
the whole world smiles. The whole world smiles. The whole world smiles with you.
All right, one more time, Mr. Matt Johnson on the drums. David Miller on the bass. Dave Seevels on the organ. Scott Gilman on saxophone. That's golden running sound.
Tony Guerrero on the trumpet and flugelhorn.
Hey, we hope to see you again really soon. Thank you for being with us tonight. God bless you. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody.